people say that what we're all seeking is a meaning for life. I don't think that's what we're really seeking. I think what we're seeking is an experience of being alive, so that our life experiences on the purely physical plane will have resonances with our innermost being, so that we actually feel the rapture of being alive. Joseph Campbell. If you don't know about Joseph Campbell, he's worth a look. There's some of his lectures on YouTube. He also wrote a bunch of books, notably The Hero with 1,000 Faces, which shows cross-culturally the same stories, the stories that come out of the collective unconscious, where we kind of heal ourselves and our group through this common language. It's even inherited. That's the idea of collective unconscious. It comes to us as a kind of part of being alive, like our hand evolved. We evolved this kind of linked up consciousness. Okay, I guess that's it. And I had, oh, here we go. It struck me too, the collective unconscious, how it speaks to the idea of collective. You know, we often refer to this channel as a collective. And I think it is that kind of group where we share stories and get a kind of common language. A healthy collective is so essential, I think, to feel the rapture of being alive. Connection with ourselves, with our higher self, with each other, you know, has everything to do with it. Okay, I think that's it. Let's go. And I'm hearing like the cheer, let's go, let's go. Let's go, slipstream, let's go. Justice. I think that's a card of assessment. Somebody explained to me that these two, when you get to the gate, that I think it's Anubis guards in the Egyptian mythology. Your heart is weighed against a feather. And if it's heavier than the feather, you know, the cosmic bouncer says that this isn't for you. Does that have any applicability to it? It's a card of Libra, to me a very good card, but it is sort of an ideal. It's an image in a mirror, and I think it might have to do with self-reflection. You know, to what degree is my thinking, sword energy, balanced and clear? You know, do I get to pass through the portal? Not a heavy heart, but a heart that's lighter than a feather. Ace of Cups. A heart that's lighter than a feather. I love tarot. This can be a card of self-love. Aces speak to the self. It's the portal. Justice speaks to the relationship between this and that. Is it equal? Is it balanced? If it's wildly skewed, there might have been an apology of some kind for an injustice. Like a let's start again. Queen of Cups. This is the loving individual that sometimes overgives. But she's in this kind of prayer pose, or pose of thankfulness. I mean, water is her element, the ability to feel deeply, give without of herself. And maybe giving somebody some kind of restart. You know, maybe we can recalibrate this relationship. A card of Libra. Air energy. Under justice, we had that yesterday, 7 of Wands. Everybody said there might have been an injustice. It might be somebody's feeling defensive. You know, that's a sign of protection. You know, to ward off. It looks like somebody's trying to block love. Or maybe stand up for it. Let's see, under Ace of Cups, 7 of Pentacles. A lot of these are repeats, or a couple of them are repeats. 7 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles is 14, which in Major Arcana is Temperance. In fire energy, Temperance. Which could be seen as a card of protection. Temperance is also a card of balance and divine timing. Maybe somebody's standing up for love after a long time. And the flower here, it's an iris, and the flower in the stag's antlers is also a purple, like an iris. Under Queen of Cups, 7 of Swords. Ow. It can be deception, lies you tell yourself. 3 sevens right in a row. 7 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. Is 21, is the World card, the last card in the Major Arcana, a completion of a cycle. So it might be a 7-year cycle. Pentacles can speak to a year. In any case, a long time. Where maybe somebody was defensive because they thought they were being lied to. They thought it's sword energy. That somebody didn't want to make a decision. This 2 of Swords, the cross swords at the bottom, which is kind of an impasse energy. But there's a cycle wrapping up, and this is the new cycle, right? It's the Ace. Open heart. I just heard open heart surgery. I have a personal anecdote around that, but I think I'll not delve into it. On 7 of Wands, please, this card of protecting oneself, or you know, feeling guarded after all this time. There's a need to wrap up a cycle of defensiveness and deception and recalibrate this relationship. On 7 of Wands, 6 of Wands. To me, that, well, it's moving on, you know, victoriously. See, there's the victory wreath right there. Can be a card of pride, or at least of like recognition getting the recognition from other people that perhaps you deserve. On Seven of Swords, Three of Cups. That's a card of friendship and affection and union, reunion, good times. You may have been lied to by a friend. It could be something like somebody deceived you. Could be a third-party situation where they had like a divided heart, divided loyalties. They lied about wanting to have a reunion with you, and in fact, but I'm not sure that's right. On Justice, please. King of Cups. We have King and Queen of Cups. That's that balance, you know. Open heart matches open heart. Queen of Cups can overgive. This one can kind of feel so vulnerable that they guard their heart. They feel deeply, so there's a lot at stake. But this one has the head of a dove. I come in peace. And there's the dove in the cup. It's sort of like I give you my heart. I pledge you my troth. The old wedding vows. I always thought, what's a troth? Well, I think it's my sort of, I pledge you my heart. Somebody may be wanting to go back to the beginning to recalibrate this relationship, because somehow something in it didn't line up or didn't pan out, or somebody wasn't able to follow through on. Like it might have almost been like somebody kind of said or suggested, you know, let's have this reunion, but it was a lie. They didn't intend to. And the other person waited and waited and waited. And maybe went the other direction, you know, like had to protect themselves. So they went in a more positive direction. Is that right? Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles, the waiting. You know, somebody was waiting and somebody may have said, you know, I'll be there. Three of Cups. You know, you're my friend, I'll be there for you. And they weren't. On Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. Well, the person who was waiting was fine. They're intact. They're good on their own. Nine of Pentacles is a card of the individual. Nines are. So this is somebody who's got everything they need. They're grounded. They're authentic. They're okay. Hang on, I gotta get this one. I ought to have a chair on wheels or something. Knight of Pentacles. Wow, a lot of earth energy. Well, remember Joseph Campbell. He says, basically, I don't think we're seeking for the meaning of life. I think what we're seeking is an experience of being alive. Pentacles energy. So that our life experiences on a purely physical plane will have resonances with our innermost being. so that we actually feel the rapture of being alive. That's on Queen of Cups. I think perhaps somebody who kept this Queen of Cups waiting, somebody maybe now, at long last, I mean, see how the antlers have grown? I don't know if you can see, but there are antlers in the other two, but it's all about growth, Pentacles. Somebody didn't waste time, another Pentacles attribute. They used the time when they were alone to ground themselves in their own life, Pentacles energy. And I think they want to connect with, you know, with people who want to connect with them, not with people who lie about showing up. Somebody may have gotten stood up, but I think somebody may be moving in for a second go at it to correct some imbalance in the relationship, to say, here I am now, ready to love you back. On Ace of Cups, the world. Those 3 sevens put together equal 21. 21 in Major Arcana is the world. That's the closing out of a big cycle and the beginning of the new thing. The new thing, Ace of Cups. This is a card of Capricorn, of Earth energy. Somebody's ready to pass through the big portal. They've done the work, Capricorn. Real work, work to become themselves, their whole self. This is the last card in the Major Arcana and indicates whereas the Fool goes in search of wholeness, this is a discovery of the big portal. I'm ready to pass through to this new beginning. Ace of Cups. The relationship has been recalibrated. And this one wants to pass through the portal as well. They're on their way. But there's a closing out of a cycle. And I hope it's the closing out of the deception. It could be a self-deception. Seven of Swords, justice. Well, there is a it might have something to do with a legal decision that allows for this new beginning, but I'm not sure that's right. Tell us about this 7 of Wands, 6 of Wands. You know, defensiveness that, oh man, these cards are really flying all over the place. Okay, it's worth getting. Lovers. You know, wanting to do something and do it right this time. Make the right choice. Lovers, Queen of Cups, King of Cups. Swan's mate for life, and it looks like a portal to me as well. It's a card of Gemini. Card of the twins, a card of knowing who you are and who the other person is. Sword energy. I know it. Somebody may have lied to the love of their life, something like that. King of Swords, in that air energy of lovers. I think King of Swords is prepared to tell the truth about who they love. and maybe only just now are able to. Something was really weighing on their heart, some kind of karmic thing that could have kept them out of, blocked their way as Anubis blocks the way to the next life, to the next cycle. Okay, on the bottom of the deck is High Priestess. Okay, King of Swords, Five of Pentacles. King of Swords may have left somebody out in the cold, may have left them waiting for years. And the one who was left waiting may have thought, sword energy, I've been deceiving myself. Been too long. So I just will invest in myself and do the hard work of becoming real. Pentacles energy. Okay, we have High Priestess, the number 2 card in the Major Arcana. 10 of Swords. That's a painful ending. And here's the new life, Judgment. In this painful ending, the cycle closes out because you can't go beyond 10 of Swords. You'd pop back to the 1. It's the completion of the cycle and the new thing. The completion of the cycle and the new thing. Aces are possibilities, potential. And self-love for both parties, both of them, the Justice card, is key. So there's the end of the cycle and the beginning of new life in traditional Rider-Waite. This shows the resurrection. People coming out of their coffins, back to new life. Can be considered, I've heard some people call it a card of Scorpio because it's that kind of transformational energy. It's not the old life. It's a whole nother level. A cycle has been completed. These are sequential. The 20 in Major Arcana 21. Some sort of massive change has been accomplished. From somebody denying a connection and putting somebody out in the cold, or putting this whole situation out in the cold, 5 of Pentacles, kind of to, almost like to live or not. It almost looks like indifference. Now they're ready to talk about it. They're ready to talk about the connection. No more no more 7 of Swords, no more lies, no more hurtful, it felt like a betrayal. And if it flatlines somebody, they're coming back to life, renewed. And it might be the relationship in sword energy that had to die and be reborn again. Be reborn again. And it's possible it's not the same person. But I think these people have a lot of history, all these pentacles. And I think this person who was away for a long time, leaving somebody in a way out in the cold, in the lurch, that person who was out in the cold used the time, Pentacles, to get grounded. They could survive on their own, and they know that now. But there is something, open arms about this. It can be a card of forgiveness and second chances. High Priestess. Card of Cancer and Libra. Libra. You know, High Priestess is sort of the inner realm, the one who's, well, it's a mystic energy, the energy of the mystic. I can see beyond the veil. You know, occult means what's hidden, and this one knows all about it. You know, kind of can read the book of life, has that kind of wisdom. It's almost like reads the Akashic record. And it may be sort of like I knew, you know, I wasn't going to talk about it, but I knew we'd get a second chance. All right, one more on the King of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Three of Swords. Well, it was really hurtful when this King of Swords left their person out in the cold, because they knew it was this kind of relationship. It's kind of like a denial. You know, I don't know you. It's almost like denying 3 times. 3 times. Wow. And it brought the thing crashing down. I see this as a card of Scorpio. Such a dramatic transformation that, you know, it comes as a surprise. It may come as an epiphany. It's a card of emotion. It's Cups energy, transformation, you know, where these two go through some, you know, dramatic shakeup in order to get back to some sort of equilibrium. And for a while, things are really whack-a-jaw. They're out of balance. But I think this is the end of the cycle of separation and heartbreak. Because they know who they are, both parties, and they know who the other person is to them. I mean, this is it can be a rough energy, because we're not doing it the way we did it before. We're doing it in a completely new way. That cycle is ended. We couldn't go backwards even if we wanted to. And we don't want to, because this is what we're leaving behind. The betrayal, the pain, kaboom. I think King of Swords is coming back in to talk about the abandonment, and maybe that they abandoned this relationship because of some memory of a time when they were hurt and abandoned. They may for a time have just given up on the idea of connection at all. You know, they were just like, I'm going to guard myself against that. I'm going to lie that I even see or understand that there is a connection. 7 of Swords, Lovers. Lovers is 6 in Major Arcana. I think there's successful forward movement, but it's slow. It's step by step, but it's steeped in that experience of life. Not looking for meaning, looking for life itself, looking for a 3D experience of love, because it's there in the psyche. It's trying to talk to us, and this one's trying to talk about it now. And divine feminine, high priestess, is in the energy of not talking about it. It's beyond speech. But I think it's the language now of the heart. The old paradigm has been blown up. We're transformed. Scorpio energy, our emotional capabilities, our connections have been transformed across the board, right? Nothing's the same. And I think now that there's a kind of crack in the old way of doing things, the old paradigm, there's now this opportunity for a new way of connecting. Big time opportunity for a new way of connecting, because we're upgrading. New life, new love, balance, intuition, an emotional, revelation, in that sense of epiphany. I see you, you see me. We know each other. We understand the connection, the relationship. We're feeling it all now. Tower energy. It can't be contained. It's too big. There's, we've grown too big for this old way of looking at it or feeling about it. Bursting at the seams. Yeah, we have on the board Capricorn, Gemini in lovers, Capricorn in the world, Scorpio in the tower, Cancer and Libra in high priestess, perhaps Scorpio again in judgment, Libra in justice. A lot of air energy here, and a lot of heartfelt transformation. A new cycle. Ace of Cups, world. Hot diggity dog. I'll see you next time.